So moving on to the next part, which is ACT Standard 2, which is content pedagogy. So this basically this in this the substandard in 2.1 creating, I utilized for my final project from my EMA 6215 in instructional graphics course, which I took in fall 2018. And basically, this was about the final project in visual design analysis report. And so I created a PowerPoint, infographic, and then infographic 2. So I created 4 links to attach all the stuff from this assignment. So basically, the main aim of this assignment was to develop the content pedagogy. So I created a visual design analysis report. So here is the link for this report. So this is the visual design and analysis report. So I created on social media for a business classroom. It's a kind of a content-based lesson which I created for this report. And then I also created a PowerPoint for this report, which is a part of it, the lesson plan, content-based lesson plan. And then I created the infographic, 2 infographics, which is one on social media, types of social media, and another one is also on social media, 105 class types of social medias. So this is how I created this assignment, which has proven this standard, substandard, where candidates were supposed to apply the content and the pedagogy. So I also embedded one more artifact, which is artifact 2, so which is from my EME 6457 distance learning course, which I took in spring 2020, which is about uh, a best practice video on 10 online learning strategies. So this is also content-based assignment and based on specifically pedagogy. So here is the link for this video. So it has variety of tools. So you can see the link thing, the YouTube link here, and then all video and all the content-based artifacts has been explained. 10 online learning strategies here. So the links are added to this, and all the 10 online strategies has been explained here through this video. So moving on to the substandard 2.2, that is using. So in this, we were supposed to utilize educational technologies and processes based on appropriate pedagogy. So for this, to proving myself here, I utilized the final project, which is a mobile banking app, which I created through my group from my EDF 6284 Problems in Instructional Technology course. So we were 4 group members in this assignment: Paige, Clay, Monifa, and myself too. So we created together a mobile banking app using Articulate Storyline 3 software. The tutorial was divided into 4 parts: login or create your account, viewing your statement and purchase, how to deposit a check, and how to transfer money. So I covered basically how to deposit a check and how to transfer money. So here is the artifact. So this is how we will begin here. The check deposit, statement purchase, transferring money, logging in. So see this part so now after explaining this assignment, I'm going to move on to the next part, which is assessing and evaluating the substandard 2.3. So as the name indicate, here I assessed and evaluated a mobile banking or mobile gaming review, which is Kahoot review, and I took this assignment from my course EME 6055 Current Trends in Instructional Design. and I took this course in fall 2019. So the main aim of this assignment was to assess and evaluate a mobile app, and I chose the Kahoot as a mobile app. So I explained in the assignment some of the benefits of using Kahoot for the language learner. Furthermore, I also explained Kahoot can be used for creating quizzes, surveys, etc., etc. And then I literally opened an account to access this mobile app. So here is the artifact link. So this is the mobile app review assessment of the Kahoot. So this is the screenshots of how I created and opened an account and how I utilize Kahoot for my language learners. And then in the end, I explained everything through this assignment. So after this assignment, I'm going to talk about the next artifact, which is about this from a distance learning class, which is through the substandard managing. So in this, I managed to create from this class an ARC model of motivation using YouTube video, because I have to utilize in this supportive learning communities, create flexible and diverse learning environments, and demonstrate appropriate content pedagogy. So the artifact here represent all these things, because in this ARC's model of motivation is basically based on four components: attention, relevance, confidence, and satisfaction. And to make it more appealing and attractive, I added some images and music to the video. So here is the artifact link. I utilized the Tunes to create this video. So this is how I created my assignments for the content pedagogy sub AECT standard 2. Next, move on to the AECT standard 3, which is about learning environment. So in this, I applied varieties of assignments. So for instance, this is about creating, using, evaluating, and managing effective learning environments. So as the name indicated itself, so in substandard 3.1 creating, I utilize instructional design products based on learning principles and research-based best practices. So this assignment I took from instructional graphics, my course of instructional graphics, which I took in fall 2018. I created a course banner, and I utilized all design principles of CRAP, and also utilized typography rules, images, and color rules in this course banner. So here is the artifact link. This is the course banner which I originally created for my own courses which I taught at University of Wisconsin. So I have also added one more artifact to prove myself here. So this is about the infographic which you created in the same course, instructional graphics. So I again here I also implied all the design principles and typography, images, and nice color scheme to make it more beautiful and appealing. So this is the infographic. Now moving on to the next substandard, which is using. So 3.2 using. So here I have utilized the artifact of from my instructional graphic plan based on typography principles assignment. So here I need to apply some theories and effective practices both to prove myself. So that's why I applied the typographic principles as a theory or the principle, and then effective to make it more effective practice. Basically, the main aim of this assignment was to create an instructional graphic plan. So it's a whole instructional graphic plan based on typography principle. So here is the link for this assignment. This is the instructional graphic plan based on typography principles. So learning context, learning environment, visual design approach, and then the kinetic typography, step-by-step design planning, and design principles. So after moving on to the next part, which is I think assessing and evaluating. So here I have used an artifact which is from my big data and analysis course EME 6356. So I utilized the final project, which was my big data report, project report, and I created since the content of this substandard specify that we need to collect data for informing decisions to improve instructional practice. So that is why I have added this assignment here. So I did this project together with my classmate Randa Gilani, and we created a data report, and we collected the data from the different sources, such as NES and iPad. We assessed and analyzed the data. So here is the artifact link. So this is the report we created. We literally embedded the data on the from the resources, and we created the data, the result out of it. This is the result, and then we created the report out of all the data. So next, moving on to the managing, which is about managing any pro um, managing any project or something like that at your own. So I utilized here one artifact from my interactive media course, which I took in spring 2018. So this project is about a ADDIE model, based on the ADDIE model, which I utilized using Adobe Captivate. I created this project, and this is the proposal for the project. This is the proposal for the project. And the second link is about the storyboard of the project. And then the third link is about the project itself. So this is how I created for the managing. And now moving on to the last part of this standard, which is about the diversity of learners. So for this, I utilized the final paper on digital media and learning issues paper on using the cyberbullying. So the main topic of this assignment was cyberbullying in the higher education settings, causes, implications, and preventive measures. I The main aim of this assignment was to create an awareness towards technology-led issues in the diverse society. So that is why I use this assignment for to prove myself here, the diversity of learners. And then I also utilized Adobe Spark to create a video. So here is the paper link. This is the paper, higher education setting, consequences and impact of cyberbullying in higher education, everything. And this is the video link. So this is how I created different assignment and